Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So when you are executing your automation scripts, it is not necessary that you will be executing all the test cases which you have already automated. Now what it means? It means that, for example, you have automated 500 test cases. You might not need to execute 500 every single time. There are multiple scenarios. Let's take a first scenario where your manager or the team lead asks you to execute only smoke test cases. They might be 50 out of 500, right? Then your manager asks, there's a major change, we need to do a regression, so you only need to execute the regression tests, right? So the regression may be 450 out of 500 test cases. Also, when you are working on the automation, there are so many other scenarios. For example, if you know that there's an existing bug and your test case will definitely fail, so you don't want to show that fail into the report. So how you can cater those scenarios, how you can skip. So there's a scenario where you want to skip the test case, you don't want to execute the test case, or you want to escape based on a specific condition. So in order to handle these scenarios, we have a Pytest markers. Utilizing those, we can handle all these kind of scenarios. So in this tutorial, I will exactly show you how you can achieve this. So let's begin. First, let's create the test, and for that, we need to go to the test folder, and here, just right click, go to new Python file. Let me name it as test underscore markers. Test underscore markers. And let me use the basic previous codes which we learned in our previous scenario. So let me copy this complete code from here and again come back to this one, paste it over here. And here you see that we are just navigating to an SRMF side, and then we are clicking on the username they're providing. So we don't need to click on this one. So let's fix this thing first. Remove this line. We just need to fill the username password, and then we need to click on this one, and then we are verifying the dashboard. We don't need to go for the logout, and we don't. So we just remove this part. And also one more thing here is that we will be executing multiple tests. So what we need to do is that we need to create a URL variable so that we can use that in our test. So URL is equals to, so simply I will copy this complete line of code from here and paste it over here, but that needs to be in double quotes. So in double quotes you need to paste this one. So let me copy this again from here and paste it over here. Now what we need to do is that we don't need this here as well, we simply need this one. So this is our first test, which are actually using the correct username and correct password. And here obviously we don't need to go with the hard-coded value, we should pass this variable. So instead of this complete, so we simply say URL. So now we are filling up the username, then password, clicking on the login button, and then we have a assertion that dashboard should be visible. So this is our first test. Now let's create another. So I will name it as test underscore valid underscore login. Now copy this complete one from here and paste it here. Let me change the name to invalid, and here I will change the value. Now this test will basically, when click, so it will throw an error. So let's go to the browser and let's find the assertion for this one. So for that, let me remove this line of code from here and go back to the browser over here. So we try something random and click on login button. So it will throw an invalid credentials. So click on this one, inspect this one, and this is the error, and this error has basically this particular class. So if I go here, then we have selectors hub, and we can use the get by text. right? Or you can use any of the locators. So basically, let's go with get by text. So simply copy this one, come back over here. Let me create one variable, and then we need to paste this one. And from that, basically, we need to get the text, right? So remove this. So basically, we need to provide this one, and then from that, we need to basically need a text content. So text content, and we are getting the text and saving this text into this particular variable. So page dot get by text, and here it says that get by text is not applicable. So don't worry, we need to select the Python from here, and then also let's go with page dot locator. So copy this one, come back here, and paste this one over here. Now we'll get the text in this particular variable, and now we can simply assert this one. So we say invalid credentials in. So basically whatever the error we want to verify. So this is the text. So let me copy this one from here, and let's come back here, provide this one, assert this in error. So we have written our test. Now, what you need to do is that using the Pytest marker, you can mark the test cases and run test cases accordingly. So how you can do this basically, on top of the function, what you need to do is that you need to write at Pytest, right, dot mark dot, for example, this is your smoke test case, so you can mark it as smoke. Now this is a custom marker, and this value is the custom one. Okay, so mark Pytest dot mark dot smoke. And similarly, if you have any other tests, for example, this test is for the regression only, so you can mark it as regression. Now, when you're executing the test, so basically what you need to do is that you need to tell this in the command, right? So you see that we have so many test cases here, and this particular test case has only the mark smoke. So if I run the command pytest dash m space smoke, then it should pick this particular test and execute. And let's run in the edit mode and see what happens over here. So it should pick only, you said, see that it's picked only one. So this test case got picked. So if there are more than 100, more than 1, 2, 3 or 5, what Pytest will do is that it will pick only those tests which has this mark which is smoke and execute only that particular test. So if you have 15 test cases, just mark those 15 with the smoke. So it will automatically pick all those test cases and run that particular test. Similarly, if you want to run for the regression, so instead of here, what we will do is that we'll type regression and run this one. Now again, one will be selected and it will execute the regression test, which will actually test for the invalid credentials, right? And again, our test got passed. Now you see that we have executed based on these markers. Now these are the custom markers. You can also register those markers as well, and you can also run your test with the multiple markers together. For example, you say Pytest, you have regression, you have sanity, you have smoke. Assume that you have three: sanity, smoke, regression, and you have some more custom markers. But you only need to run smoke and regression out of those. Okay. So how you can do this? Again, dash m Then in double quote, you need to tell either it's smoke or regression. So what this command will do basically, it will just go to your test suite and find that which tests have either smoke or regression tag. So it will pick all those test cases and execute. Now this time it should pick those test cases accordingly and run those tests over here. So then you can also exclude, like for example, you say not smoke, not this one, right? And here we have says that unknown Pytest mark dot regression is this typo. You can register. So basically, when you're working with your Pytest, basically you need to register those so that your Pytest keep recognizing these custom markers. Okay. Now also you can use the built-in markers. For example, you want to skip, right? So you can skip your test. You can mark your test as a XFail, right? So basically you can simply go and say here, instead of this one, simply Pytest dot. So you see that skip if means that only skip in the specific condition. Here if I say skip, so it will skip, and if you want to provide any reason why you are on to skip, for example, you say reason is equals to, and for example, you in real time you say that this functionality is disabled, for example, any reason, so that in reports you know that what is happening. If you don't provide, that's even okay, so you can remove this one from here. And here then we have skip if, right? So we have skip if. Now skip if basically you want to skip based on the condition, right? So condition can be, for example, you want to run on a specific operating system. So for example, you say system, right, dot platform, and platform is basically we say equals to, and we have usually Windows 64 and 32, so Win32, and here this one. Now you are giving a condition here. So if you want to skip your test based on the condition, then you need to provide skip if. Also, if there is any test which you know that this test will be expected failure, so here instead of this one, what you need to do is that mark dot XFail. So XFail basically is used to mark the expected failure, because we know that this will fail. You have already reported a bug, right? So again, you can write the reason for this one. So simply let me show you example of skip this one, and if I run this one, so simply Pytest, and what we can do is that we can run this with the file name, because I want to show the example from this particular file. So test slash test underscore markers.py dash dash headed. So in this file, it contains two items. So let's see what happens. So with the valid one, yep. So you see that one test passed, one skipped, right? So basically this test got skipped, this got executed only. So in this way, basically you can handle these different kind of scenarios where you want to execute only smoke, sanity, or regression test cases, or maybe all the test cases, or you may want to skip some test cases based on the condition, right? and where you know that this test case will fail because already the bug is reported, and you don't want to show that to the reports that this is a failure. So you can mark it as XFail. So how you can use these one and run the selective test cases as per